Horikita Manabu versus Koenji Rokusuke. Who would win when we put these two classroom of the elite high tiers up against each other in a head-to-head fight? Starting off with Manabu, Manabu is the older brother of Suzune Horikita and also the third-year student council president. One of Manabu's casual speed feats is being able to react to one of Ryuin's punches and block it with no difficulty. And take in mind, he reacted even after Ryuin kicked snow at him and blinded Manabu's vision. Manabu is also hailed by Nagamo himself to be one of the only people in his year with greater intellectual and physical ability than him. That's why Nagamo always chased after him, wondering when he would finally be surpassed. As well as Manabu should scale above Horikita via her always talking about surpassing her older brother as her main goal. And that same Horikita who scales below Manabu was able to team up with Ibuki and take down a beat up version of Ichika that was holding back, damaged, and low on stamina. But before you say Ichika was weakened so they don't scale anywhere, keep in mind while Ichika was weakened, she was able to perform crazy speed feats by perception boots and Kushida before she could even process that she got hit. So no doubt Horikita Manabu is definitely formidable in terms of speed and strength, but I did want to address a common misconception about Ayano Koji's statement in Year 1 Volume 1. He basically says Manabu could have knocked him out with just a single blow. For one, this was around the time where Koenji was considered an unreliable narrator, and as well as it gets contradicted by later stuff in the novel. Like for example, later on Manabu says verbatim that he could not deal with Koenji in terms of brute force nor physical strength, and he's the last person that he would want to fight. So to say that Manabu had enough strength to knock Koenji out is just blatantly wrong. As well as another contradiction would be the fact that it stated Manabu couldn't have beat Hosen in a fight, and if it were true that he had enough force to knock out Koenji, then he would most definitely not lose to Hosen in a fight. Now there are way too many contradictions to this statement, but for the sake of time I'm not going to go over them, but let's move on to Koenji. Koenji Rokusuke is a nonchalant genius with extraordinary physical ability. He single-handedly outmaneuvered what would essentially be the entirety of the third-year classes, which would be over 100 students. He caught Pseudo's punch without even looking, Pseudo being someone considered by many people to have the top physical ability in the second years. As well as Koenji is directly implied to have been able to throttle all of Ryuin and his goons if they had attacked him. Koenji taking off running is described to literally be a blur, so that means that he was moving so fast that they could barely even see him. Ayano Koji also states that Koenji has power far superior to the likes of Albert and Pseudo, Albert being someone who's literally equal to Hosen in terms of physical strength. Koenji was easily able to evade the 3 third years coming from 3 different angles with one great stride of movement speed. He's also said to be the only person who Ayano Koji says the title of super high school student would be far too mild in describing Koenji's physical ability. So in terms of speed, even though I don't think either Manabu or Koenji has that crazy of speed feats, I would still give the edge to Koenji considering he's able to react to Pseudo without even looking, and that seems to be a much better feat than Manabu reacting to Ryuin without his vision, because Pseudo obviously scales above Ryuin in terms of physical ability. As well as we have the statement of Koenji being a literal blur while running, I think it's fair to say that Koenji takes the speed over Manabu. And in terms of strength, this isn't even a contest. Manabu should be far inferior to the likes of Hosen, and Hosen being someone equal to Albert who scales far below Koenji in terms of physical strength. But what about martial art? While Manabu might have the edge in terms of martial arts, we know the anime goes into like what martial arts Koenji has, and apparently he took on all the Chinese martial artists. But if you don't want to accept the anime and say Koenji has no martial arts, then that's fine. I don't think that changed the outcome of Koenji destroying Manabu. Koji strictly says that even though Manabu had martial arts, Hosen is just too physically powerful for him. And if Hosen is too strong for Manabu, then you best believe someone who scales above Hosen in terms of physical strength like Koenji is way too strong for Manabu in a fight. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and join my Discord server. The link is in my bio. This server has been blowing up with so many members joining every single day, so don't wait, just join. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.